So yeah, we're going to keep things rolling here. We have a really exciting speaker next. When we say Colorado is very crypto friendly, this is not hyperbole. We really live and breathe this. And our next speaker is somebody that I think is really pushing this forward. Somebody with a strong tech background who's really taken the time to truly understand the impact and the game-changing aspects of blockchain technology.
So we're actually very fortunate to have the landscape, as Russell mentioned earlier in the conversation, to have a technology-friendly governor, a person who's actually an entrepreneur himself, somebody who's passionate about the expression of personal creativity, and also setting the table for having people in key leadership positions who really think about digital transformation and the future of what statehood might look like. So it's our pleasure to introduce and welcome Governor Jared Polis to the stage. Governor,
hey,
good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you, John. Is that maroon bells behind you? Is that your art? I think that's maroon bells. I can't quite.
Yes. Of course, it's wintertime maroon bells, of course.
It's one of our iconic Colorado landscapes. Absolutely gorgeous. Also one of the finalists for our new driver's licenses. We're featuring Colorado art. You can actually vote on right now on which license design we're going to have for our driver's licenses, and that's one of them. But thank you, and thanks for the introduction. I'm excited to be with you this morning. I want to thank all the Buffacorns who are contributing unique skills, creativity to ColoradoJam, ETHDenver this year. I got to join you last year in person. It was a lot of fun. I hope that we get to be in person again, and we will in the future, because it's a really amazing event. So when you have that opportunity, you should come. Just hacking together, coding together, all the vendors on exhibit, really cool stuff. But look, Colorado, before the pandemic, now and after, is really ripe to emerge as a leader in the field. Location independent employment, people who can live anywhere, choosing to live and work in amazing Colorado, whether it's near Maroon Bells or in one of our thriving cities. And in these crazy times, a lot of companies are rethinking how they do business, and many more are considering remote work, even considering the use of blockchain technology that they may not have before the pandemic. So we have a great foundation in place in Colorado, and a huge opportunity to grow, from education and research to healthcare and life sciences to fintech, software engineering. There are so many blockchain related opportunities here in Colorado. Companies funded through startups, through large players that are here. So if blockchain technology is your thing and you happen to work for an organization outside Colorado, we invite you to come make Colorado your home for remote work for your company. Our goal in Colorado is very simply to establish Colorado as the national hub for blockchain innovation in business and government. We want to have the very best legal framework for that, and make sure that people can innovate and experiment in our state. And really, I think it's the strong leadership and innovative spirit, that kind of frontier spirit that Colorado has, that'll help us do that. Last year, we hired Thad Batt as our state's very first blockchain solution architect here in Colorado. He's been working to explore blockchain solutions across state government, including assessments and guidance and support for so many different initiatives. As an example, the Colorado Hemp Advancement and Management Plan, which is a collaboration between our own Department of Agriculture, the Department of Public Health, and many others, is looking to utilize blockchain technology to develop supply chain and commodity tracking application that certifies and ensures adherences to all the federal regulations around production and processing of hemp. That project is very likely will be the very first interagency service that makes explicit foundational use of blockchain technology. And current planning around this program may also bring additional states into this consortium. This could start here and grow elsewhere. On top of that, as you know, ETHDenver has launched the ColoradoJam Incubator, which will foster innovative blockchain and Web3 projects right here in Colorado. In 2019, I signed the Digital Token Act, which passed the legislature unanimously. Unanimously speaks to the dedication of both Republicans and Democrats to innovation. It creates a common sense safe harbor exemption from securities laws for companies that produce products that, of course, should not be labeled as securities. We're still subject to federal law, but we want to create the maximum safe harbor for innovation anywhere in the country, right here in Colorado. We also want to use blockchain better to power the people of the state and serve the people of the state. So we launched the My Colorado app with the Colorado Digital ID. which we now have digital driver's licenses in Colorado, and you can display on your iPhone or Android. So if you better not be speeding on our highways, but if you get pulled over, you can pull it up there. Because a lot of I'm sure a lot of people of the ETH community don't carry wallets anymore, right? Why would you? So, but you do have a digital device, an Android or an iPhone, and so guess what? In Colorado, you can get into a bar with that, and you can get pulled over with that. Don't get pulled over, especially not after you've been in a bar. Bad combination. This pandemic has really shined a light on the cracks that exist within our system, but by further incorporating blockchain technology, we can really build back confidence with Colorado leading the way in the whole world for increased transparency, security, and personal ownership of our data. So I want to thank you for having me here today. I can't wait to be with you in person next year, and go get them.
Thank you, Governor. We really appreciate your support and all the leadership that you've put into the technology community here in the state. We wouldn't be able to do really any of this without your executive leadership and without the vision that you've cast for the digital statehood of Colorado. So thank you again for joining us.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.